Although the geological record contains some, so at least one hint of major meteor impacts preceding mass extinctions, there were many extinctions that did not follow any known major meteor impacts. Okay, so we're saying there are some hints that major meteor impacts preceded mass extinctions. There were many extinctions that did not follow any known major meteor impacts. Okay, so this is a concession here where we're saying, hey, although there are these records that contain hints that most major meteor impacts preceded mass extinction. So, like we had this major meteor impact, and this led to mass extinction. But then we come back and say there were many extinctions that did not follow any known meteor impact. So we're saying, but then we had these extinctions, major, and we are saying that there was no major meteor impact before it.
Right.
Likewise, there are many records of major meteor impacts that do not seem to have been followed by major mass extinctions. So then we also have these times where there was major meteor impact and nothing happened afterwards. Thus, the geological record suggests that there is no consistent causal link between major meteor impacts and mass extinctions.
That's the conclusion, yeah.
So what kind of question is this?
Sufficient assumption?
So what's our goal of a sufficient assumption question?
Bulletproof conclusion.
Yeah, so we're saying like we need this to say that this geological record suggests that there's no causal link between the two. So how could we say that there's no causal link?
Studies were done. Well, I guess there's already records. If there were
a causal link, what would happen?
There would be meteor impact and then things would die. There'd be extinction.
Yeah, this would happen all the time, right?
Yes, every single time that there was a meteor impact.
Yeah, if we could say that, then it would definitely guarantee our conclusion.
Oh, so every time.
Like, I mean, that's me thinking very strongly. But yes,
that's fine. I need extreme examples in my brain. Okay. Is there any other way to make this bulletproof? Like maybe saying, because I know some things like you acknowledge a third variable, but no third variable exists.
For causal, this is like this one's hard because we're trying to say a causal existence doesn't exist. And so for it to not exist, it must mean that like if it does exist, it would happen. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's very black and white.
But it's a sufficient assumption question.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, it's just because I'm used to
it's not, that's where it's different between strengthen and weaken. Like we're trying to guarantee that there is no consistent causal link between these two things.
Okay. So then there has to be a link if there was a link.
Yeah, there would have to be way more consistency than this for there to be a link, right?
Yeah, besides occasionally happening.
Right, because if it's just occasionally, then how do we know?
Okay.
And just think about it like too, like would this guarantee the conclusion? So if we look at A, if there were a consistent causal link between MMI and mass extinctions, then all major meteor impacts would, yeah. Do you see how this guarantees it? If there were a causal link
between both, then all major meteor impacts would be followed.
So that if in one situation this did not happen, then there would not be a causal link. And we have evidence of that happening.
So that's adding evidence A, saying like if there was a link, then every time that there was a major meteor impact, there would be a mass extinction.
Yes, this is almost like a give me question, even though it's a level 5 question.
Yeah, I skipped it.
All right. Major meteor impacts and mass extinctions cannot be consistently causally linked unless many mass extinctions have followed major. Okay, so do you see how this is different in strength between
Yeah,
all?
because it's saying many, and we don't know how much is many.
Right, we need it, but all is strong.
So, like in theory, B would strengthen the argument, but it doesn't force.
Yeah, and like even they're like many, like what is many?
Yeah, it could be like 5 out of 10 or like
Yeah.
3 out of 10.
Right, we don't know.
Okay.